roadmap with mushrooming digital media with little or no oversight. Talking to us today about this alleged bias is the head of the TDP, the Telugu Desam Party. He served as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh from 1995 to 2004. From 2014 to 2019, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu will have the unique perspective of having followed the media as an NDA alliance partner and then as an outlier for the last 4 years. And for this conversation, I'd like to bring up on stage Rishabh Gulati, the managing editor of NewsX. Can I have Rishabh on stage? Rishabh, the dais is yours. Mr. Naidu is joining us live. Rishabh.
Niranjan, thank you. Chandrababu Naidu ji, welcome to the first National Broadcasting Federation's first conclave, sir. It's a pleasure to have you on video call with us. Chandrababu ji, in your state, sir, you've just come back where you've been protesting against what you call illegal detention of Pawan Kalyan in a hotel. You face trial and tribulations. You can argue that your security taken away, searched at airport, harassment. Your opponent in Andhra Pradesh can also argue that he's faced trials and tribulations, cases, imprisonment, arrest. What is to blame, sir? Is politics to blame for all of this, or is the media to blame for all of this?
No, respected Rishad and friends who are all there, and also Arnab Goswami, editor Republic TV, and Niranjan, and friends, ladies and gentlemen. This is a unique opportunity for people like us to express our views. This National Broadcasters Federation is organizing National Conclave. Especially, they have given me a subject, media and opposition, what is happening in Andhra Pradesh. I am very happy to express some of my views for you.
Go ahead, sir, we can hear you.
Always, media is very, very crucial. Yeah, there is some resound, that's why. Okay.
So you're not able to
Resound.
There
Because
might
of
be an
this,
echo, sir, but we can hear you just fine. You can carry on. We'll try to get that echo fixed. You please carry on, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. In democracy, always there are 4 pillars. One is legislature, executive, judiciary, and media. In democracy, always opposition parties or political parties are playing different roles, especially opposition, other political parties. This is how democracy has to function smoothly. Everybody should have a freedom to express and communicate and expose the public issues. Especially media and opposition has to work together. In history, if you see, media played so many times very, very vital role in exposing corruption. Even opposition parties always will collect information and will expose in assembly and outside all platforms. That reports, media will take it up and then they will communicate to the people in an effective way. In Andhra Pradesh, all these things are becoming very, very bad condition, bad to worse. If you see here, there is a reverse. One is, media is not giving adequate space for opposition parties in different levels. It may be national level or state level, all these things. Even other issue, if you see here, governments are giving so much of money for advertisements. Thereby, they wanted to carry only positive news and no opposition party news. This is another very, very bad trends are going on. As a matter of fact, I was in opposition for the last 3.5 years. Earlier also I was in opposition for 10 years. We were in ruling 22 years, but 19 years we are in opposition. But first time, we are seeing this type of governance or political party which is totally snubbing all political parties and also opposition party especially. They brought one GO 2430. If you see here, this GO is very clear. Powers to department HODs to file cases on media through GO number 2430. After careful examination of the matter, government hereby accord permission to delegate powers to the secretaries of respective departments to issue rejoinders, file complaints and lodge appropriate cases, if need be, through public prosecutor against defamatory news items published, telecast, posted in print, electronic, social media, pertaining to their respective departments after following due powers of law. What I am saying,
it's the politicians to blame. It's the governance that puts media also under threat, and it's the politicians fighting amongst themselves. Why is the media to blame in here, sir?
No, I am not blaming media. There is manipulation for media. That is one step. Those who are writing, they are blackmailing them, this type of GO, and no reporter is able to write. Is it democracy? That is what I wanted to highlight. Even so-called your press council or Broadcasters Federation or Editors Guild, nobody is able to fight. That is the pity. That is what I wanted to highlight.
So
one is this issue.
How can podiums
we are
like
moving in a big way for
Chandrababu
75 years.
How can federations better representing the regional press? And there is a specific
That's
other
what
example that has been raised, where a lot of the regional press sometimes is owned by political parties. How can that fair voice be represented then, sir?
That is what I am asking you. Some political parties are having media. Added to that, those who are independently acting, they are putting this type of blackmailing tactics and also facing booking cases against them. How can they act? Finally, what is happening, opposition role or communication has become practically very difficult. One example I am telling you. Recently in Visakhapatnam, Pawan Kalyan, Janasena president, he wanted to visit that place for a program, Janavani. When he landed there, they wanted to put restrictions on him. Then they attacked, and also in turn, he was totally harassed day in, day out. Very bad incident. Even political parties are unable to perform. Even media is unable to write. Is it not the responsibility of national media to take it up? That is what I am questioning here.
But
this is where,
true,
if you protect democracy,
all politicians in power,
then only we can do all these things.
You've been alliance at the center, you've ruled the state for more than 20 years, sir. They lobby the media and pressure the media, but sometimes it's convenient for oppositions, in opposition's sake, to say that the media is not with us. The first question I asked you was about Pawan Kalyan. The problem is the politics, the problem is not the media.
No, not the media, but media is snubbing. That is what I wanted to highlight in this platform. It is not only media and opposition. It is media, ruling party, and also opposition parties. All political parties for that matter. Okay. That is what I wanted to emphasize here.
You know, you've been
even during my tenure also, we have seen national level.
State, you've been lobbying for farmers in your state. A lot of them have been on tour in Delhi to lobby media houses to cover their cause. When you saw the farmer agitation that was brought to Delhi and the kind of coverage it got, do you feel then frustration that there is a regional disparity, although your cause was different, but the community was the same?
No, what I am saying, even there also not adequate coverage at national media. Sometimes media at a national level, you are giving priority for some issues, but genuine issues. One is Amravati farmers. You are unable to focus. This is what I wanted to emphasize here. This is the historic fight they are doing. Government has given right for them. Court has upheld. They wanted to go for protest, they want to go rally, Padayatra. Even Padayatra, they are unable to do it. Is it a democracy? This is where I am questioning, or I am highlighting this forum.
But Chandrababu,
even national media has to take it up.
To whom? So you
earlier, if you see, on your own, public issues you have highlighted.
So you are of course hoping we criticize Jagan Reddy and give greater coverage. I'm assuming you are hoping we criticize the national government. But when it comes to the criticism of the opposition, then the media is painted as sold out. How is that fair?
No, I am not saying that. Impartial way in a democracy. Only issue based you have to highlight. That is what I am asking. Media and opposition, that is the role we have to play. I have seen all these things for the last 40 years, not today. Even before economic reforms, after economic reforms. I am watching at national level so many political developments. I am not blaming anybody. But at the same time, this is the platform I want to express my views. We are all working for this great country, to empower this great country. And ultimately, everybody should express their views freely. Media has to cover. That is what I want to emphasize.
Chandrababu, last thoughts and last question to you is, in keeping with what you just said, there is a Team India approach, but oftentimes opposition becomes for the sake of opposition. Is it okay, in your opinion, that when something good happens and when governments do good things, that equally vehemently they should be praised for it, not just finding fault and criticizing?
No, I am very clear. India is a great country. All of us have to remember this. After economic reforms, India is moving very fast. And at the same time, in a knowledge economy, India is playing very vital role. In future, we are going to play more vital role. In knowledge economy, IT is the backbone. That India is very strong. If you see all Indians all over the world, they are doing extremely well. Another 25 years, they are going to do further better. Why I am saying all these things? There is a great time for India if all of us as team work together, irrespective of our political differences. Finally, India will become 100 years Independence Day, either 1 or 2. This is going to happen. Well, for all these things, India is having a demographic advantage. No other country is having. This is where I want to emphasize. Minor differences will be there, but broad principles, how to empower people of India is very important.
Okay.
That is what I want to tell. Never I opposed anything which is good for the nation.
Well, Chandrababu Naidu ji, I know this is not the podium for the political questions on whether you regret leaving the NDA or your prospective conversation with the Jan Sena, so I'm going to leave it at that. Really appreciate you joining us, and thank you so much for waiting and addressing this forum, which is beaming across 40 news channels as we speak. Can we give him a big round of applause, please?
एक ऐसा पहुंचाए, आप सब जुड़े, आप सबका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you for that, Chandrababu Naidu ji, and thank you for that, Rishabh. We have a very short address now, a very special address. Speaking to us via this video message will be Mr. Anurag Thakur, India's current Minister of Information and Broadcasting. Mr. Thakur is known for his hardcore stance of national interest above everything else. Anurag Thakur, the Honourable Minister, has repeatedly warned us about the dangers of exaggerated news. And we know Indian media is uniquely placed to present a global template for diverse growth of the media. And though the media in India is served best when it remains free from any government control, it is incumbent upon the government to ensure, at one hand, a level playing field, while at the same time giving space to new age media innovation and entrepreneurship. Addressing this challenge of balancing the delivery of traditional news with maintaining the sanctity of information disseminated via new and upcoming media, Mr. Anurag Thakur will talk about the administrative challenges of his ministry and the various perspectives in Indian media, which is kept in mind as India embraces digitization. An address by the Honourable Minister for Information and Broadcasting.